Oh, yo.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
We are back.
Oh, yeah.
Loose Cannons Podcast.
We here.
Woo, I'm No Justin, No Peace.
And I'm Lou Rivers.
And we are the Loose Cannons Podcast because that's every week. Every week we are sitting down and firing off our opinions on today's pop culture.
What else?
Politics.
What else?
Movies and TV and how they all intersect. And you are sitting down right now for the movie review. Ooh, baby. And it's going to be raw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, way down in the jungle deep.
Yeah.
The Loose Cannons are podcasting somewhere in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Yes.
Dolomite.
Dolomite was awesome.
We got to tell you right now, we got a double feature.
Yes, we do.
Dolomite, the movie with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Mike Epps.
Yes.
Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Some other people. Titus Burgess.
Yes.
The guy with the afro from
big dude.
Chris Rock was
Chris Rock was in it. T.I. feature.
T.I. Oh my gosh.
Yo, hilarious.
It wasn't the original Dolomite movie. It's a movie about the making of the Dolomite movie starring Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy playing Dolomite.
Plus we did Black and Blue.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
did.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You know what? Let's start on light.
Yes.
Light.
Light.
Dolomite.
Woo. Eddie Murphy brings it.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Oh, Craig Robinson. That's what we're talking about. Craig Robinson. Yes. And
directed by Craig Brewer.
oh yes.
Craig Brewer is the dude who did Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
dude.
This movie came through before I even seen it.
We got to tell, it's on Netflix, guys.
It's finally on Netflix.
So you can stream it. Everybody relax.
Right. We streamed
it.
Yes.
It was so good.
It was in the theaters for how long? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I think it was really quick.
Certain cities, that was it. And then Netflix was like, all right, we pulled the plug and we releasing it to the public. It was, for me.
Yeah.
I mean, so out of his last, it's only this and Mr. Church, right? His last two live features.
Yeah, I didn't see Mr. Church.
Mr. Church was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And he did get nominated for that.
He did get nominated for Mr. Church.
But they're saying that this movie right here,
is there a comedy category? Comedic performance? I think they have it on like the SAG Awards. Yeah. I don't know if they have it for like the Oscars. But
that's the whole thing. I think that they're talking about Best Actor possibly, or
this is a great performance, dog.
So, or Best Original, not Best Original Screenplay, but one of the other nods for the actual movie. I was just like, wait, what? I was like, the movie's that good? Hold on, let me check it out real quick.
Eddie Murphy killed it.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy did bring it.
The whole cast.
Yes.
Seamless.
Yes.
It was such a fun movie. I'm ready to watch it again already.
Yeah, I think so also. This is my second time in 2 days.
Yes. It's like, I mean, guys, when I tell you like Eddie Murphy's performance is so difficult to do this because there's so many layers to the fact that he's playing a person who's playing a character.
Right.
And then the person is performing as the character in a movie.
Right.
It's like Inception. He had to incept himself.
He had to plant the idea to continue to go on it. Yeah. I mean, you got to think that, and for me, it's a comedy. Then it's so real and it's so deep at the same time.
Yes.
So it's just like, that's the thing that it brings so many levels where it's just like, man, it's such a great film. And then it's the collaboration of so many different characters. Yeah, the ensemble is
this is great performance.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is
Craig
the only
Robinson.
other person in the movie who I was just like, that guy right there, where has he been?
Titus Burgess, I love him. I always love him.
Yeah. Oh, and Key. William Keegan Key.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
Everything. What was bad? There's nothing. There's absolutely zero to say bad about this movie. Zero.
Was awesome.
Movie was awesome. Everything just felt right. It had the feeling of that time. Eddie was fully transformed. Right. Mm-hmm. Wesley was fully transformed.
And then had great supplemental actors.
Great. Who played Lady Reed? I'm not sure about
remember her name.
That woman was fantastic too.
But I mean, the storyline is good. You know, especially like when they're doing a movie of this magnitude, you know what I judge it on? How much it makes me want to see the original. And we both were just like, oh, we got to watch Dolomite now.
We slept on Dolomite. I've known about Dolomite forever.
Right.
Forever. Never watched the movie in full. I've seen clips from it. But I have to watch the movie now.
Right.
I have to watch the movie. Because, I mean, that time is special. And the time of making independent films is special. You know, and that's near and dear to our heart.
Right.
Just in the whole feeling of it. I mean, at the end of the day, this movie was just so great. But it said a lot.
Right.
It said a lot about the human spirit. It said a lot about persistence. And we're going to talk about that later. And it just said a lot about believing in your art.
Right. And people don't realize is that even though that this does take place during the whole blaxploitation movie era, this was actually like the moniker. Like this is the actual thing that it was just like making fun of those types of movies. Because as much as those blaxploitation movies were a little exaggerated, this one was comedic so that it seemed like you can laugh at how silly those movies were. And it was great. If anyone's seen Black Dynamite, you know exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, as far as anything else, I want to see what it gets nominated for. I'm surprised that it was actually 2 hours long because it never makes you like
at all. At all.
Not one.
You go on the journey. You feel like you understand Rudy Ray more in his journey.
Right.
You understand where he was at the point of, you know, not feeling like he was who he wanted to be.
Right.
And I mean, this is a superhero. This is a great hero story. Like this is the hero's. We understand that it's the hero's journey as writers. Like you see him downtrodden, you see him just accomplished, and then he seemed like a very honorable man.
Right. Every obstacle, every hurdle,
and
the theme of not being able to be told no.
Yes.
And his persistence, like he was like. It just makes you want to read up more on him.
Absolutely.
To see what kind of character he was. And then after reading a bunch of stuff about him, he went to the Army, started in the Army, and they called him the Harlem Hillbilly because he used to sing country songs in R&B.
Get out.
And that's why they used to call him the Harlem Hillbilly. Wow. I was just like... so they made a reference to him being the Harlem Hillbilly, and I was like, that's just
so amazing. He was a character. He was just an interesting person,
right? He's just always trying to make it as I'm gonna break through, and then like his role that's the scenes with his aunt, like he's like I'm gonna just make it one. I gotta figure out how, but I'm gonna make it. So it's really good.
Give it a score.
Whew. Okay. I think I have it in my top 3 to 5 movies this year. I'm actually gonna give it a 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Yeah, I can't point to what was missing. Maybe it's just I don't know how much of it has a rewatchability over years, but I mean, like for me currently right now, it's probably one of the best pieces of art put together.
It's a 5, dog.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm gonna say. I have to watch it with my wife because I don't know what she's going to see it as. Right. Now, I mean, we have a context for this time. We have a context with all of these performers. Right. But what if it's something totally new to a person? What if they don't really know that much about blaxploitation or what Dolomite was? Is it going to affect them?
Right.
So I can't say it's going to affect those people. But if you love movies,
this is
for you. Yeah. If you've watched blaxploitation, anything like that, you definitely in here. If you like Eddie, this is great, Eddie.
Yeah. This is the whole thing is Wesley. This is Tu Wong Fu. Like
Wesley is amazing in this.
He was. I'm out here chuckling out loud. It's just amazing, artist. Period.
This teed up. Yeah. Coming to America too.
Yeah.
Fantastically.
Yes.
Like this is a smart move because it's like, damn, he's on his game.
Right.
There is absolutely nothing that Eddie can't do.
Right.
Eddie, listen, I'm gonna say it. Eddie's the greatest living comedian.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Who's not in jail. I preface that. The reason why I preface that is because I'm a Bill Cosby fan.
Yeah,
I'm a real Bill Cosby fan.
Cool,
but
cool.
Eddie is the greatest living comedian, movie star, period.
Okay.
His stand-up is phenomenal. We have, like, literally Raw and Delirious are on, like, the top Mount Rushmores of stand-up.
Easily, both of them.
Easily.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody can have, you can have 20 different specials.
Right.
But you don't have something as special as those two.
Right.
To where people repeat those jokes. And
40 years later?
Yes. And you're talking about it. So, like, no matter what team came together to put that together, he performed it. It's Eddie stand-up. His movies are literally so rewatchable. Yep. My wife and I will watch Coming to America at any moment, at any time. I love Beverly Hills Cop.
Axel Foley.
So I even like the bad one. I even like the one that's considered the bad one.
Of my favorites.
I love it. But I mean, damn, Banana in the Tailpipe. Yeah.
I'm not gonna fall for the Banana in the Tailpipe.
He's so good. You see the diametric difference between Kevin Hart's performances in movies and Eddie Murphy's performances in movies. There's a special realism to Eddie in every movie. And it doesn't feel like he's trying. Right. He literally feels like that person making the joke. Kevin looks like Kevin always doing the little guy jokes in every movie. Except for maybe the Upside. Right. But everything else, he's doing the same thing. This is the model. Dave Chappelle is not this good in movies.
No.
Who else we got? Steve Harvey's not. Who's this good in movies? Bill Burr's not this good in movies.
That's tough.
Who's great at stand-up and this good in movies? Yep. Dane Cook is good in movies. Dane Cook is good. Not this good, though.
He's not that good at stand-up.
He's not that good at stand-up anymore either. Who else we gonna put there? Who's this good?
Nah. So all right. So this is what I would ask.
Mike Epps. I mean, Mike Epps was really good at this.
He was good in this.
He was really good at it.
What would you do if you're Eddie? Do you put up your stand-up right before Coming to America, or do you do it?
I would tee up Coming to America for that box office to be large. Yeah. I would, because it's gonna come out on Netflix. Yeah. So I would.
Well, this is the whole thing, because it's coming out on, like, he's getting either a $50 million one-time stand-up.
Huge.
I'm telling you right now, if I was Amazon, I'd be like 75, 100 million, whatever you want. We gonna put it out on Amazon Prime tomorrow.
They should have tried to steal him.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the deal was already done when he did this. When he did this deal. Yeah. When he did this deal. It's it.
Yeah.
Hollywood lost for not trying to get this in theaters.
I'm gonna tell you exactly the truth. This was probably a throw in because they were just like, oh, it's gonna be trash. Like, if you think about it, you're probably just like, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna do this movie. Don't worry, we're gonna use my production company and we're gonna do this. And then they're like, awards. Oh, we're gonna put this out.
Huge. I don't think people understand. Like, I'm glad this is in this time. Apparently, he's been working on this movie for like 15 or more years. This was when he would have been in the theaters. This was before any streaming platform, all this, that, and the third. And they just didn't understand it. Plus, he had done some bad movies since then. So you don't see how big it is. But I think with Eddie's success is that people also have to understand there's a history. And when there's a history, when a person has done so much other good stuff, we can let that other stuff go. Right. Like, everybody's still doing Nutty Professor. Like, literally, people are still chasing after being able to perform like Eddie. Like, literally.
That's crazy.
Marlon Wayans literally just did Nutty Professor.
Right. Over this year.
Like, this year. This year.
That's crazy.
So, like, when you see iconic scenes in your head, I can see the dances in Coming to America. I can see all of this stuff.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, yo, Trading Places. What's the Golden Child?
People don't like Golden Child.
Anyways, like, yo, you think about.
I love that movie.
What? All right. So, what would be his bad movie? Bowfinger.
And it's not really that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Pluto Nash.
Dr. Dolittle. Dr. Dolittle did good though.
Dolittle was good. Two is whatever.
Dr. Dolittle. That's when he was like oh, kids are the money.
Yes. Daddy Daycare.
Because he was just like, where's Shrek at?
Yes.
You know?
But Daddy Daycare.
Yeah.
Propelled. Didn't Cuba do? Cuba did it. That's what I'm saying. So like, even
Dr. Dolittle has sequels too.
Even in his bad movies, he's able to create a world that people come in and do. But the one of the things is like Dr. Doolittle's still better than some other movies. Right. A lot of other movies. It's just when you have Coming to America, Trading Places, you have the Beverly Hills Cop.
You have all these iconic movies.
48 Hours. You have something that's so good. You have stuff that's so good.
Dang.
So good.
Yeah.
That it just, they don't come. Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Like, who wasn't watching that? Come on.
Yeah.
When you have those foundations that are so good, then you're like, these are whatever. But this restores legacy.
Yeah.
It just restores the legacy. It's one of I felt the same way that I felt when I watched him in Dreamgirls. Yeah. Because he was fantastic in Dreamgirls.
Amazing, yeah.
But this, I mean, Eddie's just showing out. He's just doing his thing. I think it's a 5. Lewis says 4.5. I'm interested in seeing what you guys have to say about this.
Please let us know.
Listen, comment below your rating on the movie. 1 to 5. 1 to 5 cannons. Let us know what you think.
That'd be great.
But before we finish with this movie, let's just talk about some of the topics that came out of the movie that were glaring. Creative persistence.
Yes.
Rudy's big claim to fame in this was the fact that he kept pushing.
Right.
He kept pushing. He kept trying to reinvent himself and to create the thing that he believed that he was going to be able to do.
Right.
And
a visionary.
Exactly. And he did that in small with his comedy and with the records, and a lot of people not believe in him, but they really didn't believe in him with this movie because this was a huge undertaking.
Right.
But what was beautiful about it was that it was a particular vision. And those are the things that are always great for me. Sticking to a particular vision.
Right. Creating
something that is uniquely you. Nobody was trying to create Dolomite.
Right.
Because they couldn't create Dolomite. And the fact that he put together this world of people and people who just came to create something cool, I think it's just dope.
Yeah. I definitely, the thing that I got out of it was just, you see this, if you really take him and what he's done and compare it to other visionaries, like for what someone like Steve Jobs sees something and pushes out what we're going to do with computers or a phone was, I can see myself and I can continually push this until I find what everyone sees.
Yeah.
And the best part, the best turning point, like for me in the movie was you can finally see where he's accepted, like, yeah, all right, like I failed. And it's finally Chris Rock's character that, we see this. Yeah. Like you finally showed us enough that we all see it now. So if you don't put this movie out, like we're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, to have that ability and right before you're off the cliff, someone else sees it also, like, just shows that like boost. It was worth it,
Yep.
So I mean, that was the best part for me, where you definitely have to have that drive, regardless of how many no's you hear, even if it's from yourself. Like,
that's right.
You can't stop until it's done, until you've either achieved it or you've run out of everything possible.
That's right. Great movie, guys. Yes. You guys have to watch it. Ooh. You don't have to go anywhere. You just press a couple of buttons and you're there. Exactly. It transforms you. It takes you into a whole new world. I'm probably going to watch Dolomite tonight, the original.
Y'all got Netflix?
Y'all got Netflix.
I mean, you use someone else's while you still can.
That's it.
You heard that they working on that?
They breaking it down?
They trying to. We're going to stop people sharing their Netflixes.
It's all right. Listen, they can try. We're going to have Netflix parties. People just come over and watch movies together.
They Disney scared. They Disney scared. Okay.
Wow, they are Disney scared. Listen. Okay. I'm No Justin No Peace.
And I'm Lou Rivers.
And we are the Loose Cannons Podcast, because every week, and that's every week, we are firing off our opinions on today's pop culture,
what else?
Politics,
what else?
Movies and TV, and how it all intersects. And stay tuned for part 2 of the movie review, because we got Black and Blue.
Yes.
All right, we out. Peace.